I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for the support. I can see this channel doing very well, and I see it going very far, and kind of like bringing something new onto the scene. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, thank you guys all for the support. You guys have been awesome. Alright, so before we get into this video, I just want you guys to know I'm no professional trader. I'm no financial advisor. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything or anything of that. I just upload my own personal results just for entertainment purposes. Alright, so if you guys haven't been watching my videos for the past couple weeks, make sure you go watch those, because what I do in these breakdown videos is I explain like my thought process throughout the week and explain what I was thinking and stuff like that. First things first though, is I want to get into, so first things first, I want to get into my journal real quick, because I want to start including that, in the videos, like what I've been writing in my journals and whatnot, like, and stuff like that. Okay, so, I'm going to make this really quick, but on the 25th, so pretty much last week, I talked about it in last week's video, backtest reversals and, my reversal setups and my break and retest setups with my continuations. Overall, it's still a continuation pattern with the reversals. It's just like I'm catching a better pullback move, and I call that reversals, but break and retest is more of the continuation. And so I back tested that. I did a lot of research, and pretty much everything I'm doing is still working. So that was one thing. I spent the whole week testing every single day. I took like 300 trades on each different pair. I tested all my pairs with each of those reversal patterns and everything that I was looking for. And everything turned out profitable. So, that was really good in the long term, not like within a small time span, but in the long term, within like a month's period, I will be profitable with that. One thing I did try, I created a new Ftmo account just for one single purpose, because if you have 1 to 30 leverage, because on the other account I have 1 to 50 leverage, right? And on the Ftmo you only get 1 to 30. So I was trying to figure out like if I can use 0.15% risk, or if I still got to stick to 0.1. What I found out this week is I have to stick to 0.1%, but I can use if I have 1 to 50 leverage, I can use 0.15% and not have any problems with my leverage or anything, which I have been explaining in the past couple of videos for the past couple weeks, but everything there is fine. So on the 29th, which was the other day, which was like Wednesday or Thursday, I wrote down putting stress on one trade. So putting stress on 100 trade performance, this was just a kind of a general concept that I had for myself, was I'm not really putting stress. I just wanted to write it down. Like, a lot of people put stress on one trade, and I used to do that too. Like, they would be like, oh, this trade's going to win. No way I can be a loser, blah, 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 and whatever. But for me, I'm kind of like getting into that mindset of I need to put stress on 100 trades, but not a whole lot. But putting stress on 100 trade performance, then 500, then 1,000 trade performance. What I meant by this is I'm going to, if over the course of 100 trades I'm not profitable, so like I'm putting stress on 100 trades, not one individual trades, but on stress of 100 trades. If I'm not profitable over those 100 trade performance, then I'm going to be a step back. I'm going to be a little bit sketchy. I'm going to be like, okay, something's not working here. If I'm still not profitable over 500 trades, I'm going to stop trading, and I'm going to, review myself, look at everything that needs to be done. I haven't had to do this ever. I'm just trying to develop that mindset for myself to not really care about the single individual trade, so it's easier to take a loss, because in trading you need to become a good loser. Because honestly, you spend most of your time in drawdown than you do in profit. And then 1,000 trade performance. 1,000 trades is basically when I'm calling it on the strategy, so that'll be like 10% loss. And I call it on the strategy and I'm done, but that has never had to happen. On the same day, I wrote down, I had a new idea about my scaling system. So for the past couple weeks, like past couple months actually, I've been seeing that, I've been taking profit at 1-to-1 and then taking profit at 1-to-2. I've been noticing that I'm missing out on so much. I could capitalize on so much more in the market, but for me, just like, this was the strategy that I was using just to develop like super consistency, like, to the consistency that I like to see of being profitable almost every week. But basically what I kind of wrote down was, I used to do what's called, price trap. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. Basically, you're waiting for a breakout and then you twin trade and you take profit at 1-to-1 and then you trail your stop loss on the other. Pretty much the same general concept here. Take profit at 30 pips, which is a 1-to-1 with half position, and then stops to break even and trail every 30 pips. I still am working on that, testing that. That was just an idea that I had. But what I wanted to do was to be able to open my take profits on my second order, because I can capitalize on so much more. And instead of having like 3, 4, 5% gaining weeks, that's still really good, like really, really good. I'll be able to have more gains on a week, like 10, 20% weeks, if I just trail my stop losses. And that's something I'm working on over time. Like, I needed to develop a base on risk management to be able to, to build off of that. Now that I have a base, I can kind of build off of that. Okay, so with the journal out of the way, we're going to jump right into this. So I'm going to, like, bust through the Ftmo account real quick, and then we'll get over to the Myfxbook results. So this account right here was just created, like, literally this week. It was created for the testing idea that I had of, can I risk 0.15% or 0.5% or 0.1% or 0.15% without having any problems. I found that I had to risk 0.1% instead of 0.15%, only because of the leverage issues. My risk management was still, like, if I were to lose all my trades, I would still only lose 5%, blah, blah, blah. Risk management, risk exposure, all of that was controlled. The only problem was I was just running into being able to consistently keep that churn, and I still had an idea of that, because if I do decide, because what I'm thinking is, like, maybe I can work something out with Ftmo, because I know that they have a scaling system. I want to learn more about that. It's like every 2 months you can scale up your account size by like 10% or whatever. If that, like, because I'm learning more about that. So if that's what they want to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Ftmo. Instead of attracting investor contracts, because I can do the investor contracts when I start my own business and company and get my license and whatnot. So this could just be like really, really good for what I want to do, because I don't want to be capped on my income. So basically, I created this account just to kind of figure things out. But anyways, we started out the week really, really decent, actually. Like, we literally only went into a drawdown of, what is that, like 0.5%? Like, we only had 0.5% drawdown on the account. Now, I don't know what the equity looked like with the long-term, with the open positions at this period. We could have drawn down to $2,000, $4,000, I don't know. But with the closed positions, I only drew down on the account, like the capital, only drew down, like, what is this, like, let's say 0.5%, because 0.5% is $1,000, and we got down to like 938. But pretty much 0.5%, and then we just kind of fucking murdered this week. Like, this week was really, really good. I'm pretty sure it was because I lowered my lot size, right? And just things were so much cleaner this week because I was able to have a constant churn of trades, and I held trades over the weekend last week for my Forex book. But anyways, on the screen over here, you'll see this is the open positions. I'm not going to be taking any more trades on this account next week. I'm going to forget about it and let these positions just play out. But as you can see on the screen right there, this is a screenshot of the account with the open positions for this account right here. These are the open positions. I'm holding them over the weekend, and gonna let them run into next week. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the chart. There's really nothing special here. Like, I literally wasn't even thinking this week. Like, I was thinking about other things, like more personal, deeper psychological issues and long-term plans for myself. And literally nothing about trading. I haven't even been thinking about trading at all. Like, I'm kind of out of that stage where, like, I'm working really hard on trading, and now it's just kind of like, it's kind of like something I do every day. It's not really, I don't really work on it too hard as I used to. I literally spend like 10, 20, 30 minutes on my charts a day, if that, unless I have like a very big idea that I'm testing. But yeah, nothing to say about the charts. Like, I was literally just executing, and I was executing at 0.1 lot size, and the only thing that I was thinking about when trading this week was, oh, well, my leverage is doing okay, like, I can keep a constant running of trades, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, there's the chart. You can see that we're pretty much almost to the profit target. Like, we only need to make $10,000 on the account, and we're pretty much almost there. I think with my running trades that I have open right now, I think I'll be able to, end this challenge next week. I think I'll be able to pass it next week. We could have a drawdown. I don't know, because I don't know what the market's going to do. All I got to do is just be patient and let the trades run out, because it usually takes like 2 weeks for my trades to finish. Profit target was almost 10,000. Max loss, I went over. We only lost like 0.5%. Like, literally is nothing. Like, that's this is really good for, showing people stuff. It could have just been a good week. I don't know. It could have just been a good week, and then I could be wiped out. This account could be wiped out or at least not wiped out because of my risk management, but, you know, I could lose that full 5%, you know, next week or something. That's just the way it is. I don't, like I said, I'm no professional trader or anything. Like, I don't know where the market's going to go. I don't have some insider information like the banks do. I'm just a retail trader, dude. But yeah, so the average profit, you can see right here, $160. Average loss is $110. My average risk to reward is about a 1.5. We're just going to round it to a 1.5. Because either way, you can see that I was profitable. But we're going to round that to a 1.5 because that's the risk reward that I use. We had a win rate of 55% on this account so far. Remember, we do have running trades still, so, you know, we need more statistics. I only took 151 trades, so these statistics are run off of 151 trades. Keep that in mind. I need about, like, with as many pairs as I'm trading and stuff like that, I'm going to need about, like, 500 to 1,000 trades to get a realistic idea of my results. 55% win rate, and that's pretty much it on the Ftmo account. Now, going over to my Forex book, this is the account that I've been running for a couple weeks now. Like, this is going to be, we just finished up the second week, which was, you know, this past week of trading, going into the third week. But yeah, so first off, you can see the gain that we have on the account. So with secured positions, it doesn't count the equity. So it does, like, the running trades are up in profits right now. Like, I have a lot of profit with my running trades right now. As you can see on screen right here, actually, I'll put that up on screen. It's a screenshot of the account, of this account, and the running positions that are going right now. You know, I'm holding these over the weekend. It's a screenshot of the trades that I'm holding over the weekend that I'm going to let run into next week. But anyways, you can see that for the month, don't look at it on a weekly basis. Don't judge your profit and loss and your performance on a weekly basis. Judge your psychological performance on a weekly basis. And what I mean by that is, were you executing properly? Did you close trades early because you had a fear or anything like that? Like, were you emotionally trading? So do a psychological evaluation like that every single week. But in terms of your profit and loss, only judge yourself. This is me personally. This is not financial advice or anything. This is what I personally found for myself to work. But since I'm a swing trader, I can't be looking at the weekly results in terms of profit and loss. I have to be looking at the monthly. And the way that I think of that is, since I'm a swing trader, right, bills come monthly. So you need to be looking at a monthly basis, a monthly performance in terms of profit and loss. But anyways, you see that we almost secured a 2% gain on the account. These are closed positions once again. Almost a 2% gain. We're up 1.93% on the account. So on Friday, I made 0.14%, which is not bad. On the monthly, there's that percentage again. So the drawdown. So I'm still a little confused on this. I don't know if it's counting my overall drawdown or if it takes the drawdown, right? Because there's not one time this week that I can remember like the account having a drawdown of almost 4.5%. That did not happen. The biggest drawdown I had, I think, was like 3%. Definitely not 4.5%. So I don't know. That scares me a little bit, because if I have that big of a drawdown, imagine what that drawdown is going to be on an Ftmo. So what I think it is, I think it's like an overall drawdown. Like it kind of like takes like, oh, you had a drawdown period of 2% on Tuesday, and then you had another drawdown period of 2% on Friday. I think it just adds those together or something, and like makes it a cumulative overall drawdown over the span of however long I traded on this account. Total, we had, 4% drawdown or whatever. I don't know how the math does. There's the account balance, equity, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. This was updated on December 30th, which was literally yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. But yeah, with the equity chart, you can see right here we were kind of like break even. I mean, we were doing really good. This was last week, so if you haven't watched that video last week, make sure you go watch it. It'll be on my channel. But where did we start off the week? We started off the week on the 27th, so pretty much we stayed the same. On the 27th, what happened was, I was taking trades just like normal, doing my thing. Literally not even thinking this week, just executing my trades. You see that the equity went up, and then the new day closed, and then basically we went into on Monday at 2 p.m. Basically, that's when the spreads are manipulated. And so what happened is, usually around the Asian session, we're going to get like consolidation and drawdown in the account, so I'm not even worried about it. And then, pre-London, which is like 10 o'clock for me, pre-London, we'll get a very big, basically that'll be able to tell me is if the night's going to be a winning night or a losing night, because if I get pushed, if my profit is diminished, like, because usually around 10 p.m. for pre-London, there's a big push in the market, in one direction or the other, and that push will be able to tell me, like, if the night's going to be a good night. And then around mid-London, so around 2 to 4 p.m., there's going to be a drawdown in the market, so there's going to be a pullback in the market, and that'll be the setup for the New York session, and then the New York session will kind of, like, drive the market in the direction that it wants to go, and usually I'll wake up to being in a loss for the day or in profit. That's what I have found my strategy does over time. It's kind of like trading in the zone. Like, you become the market pretty much. Like, you understand how it moves. But yeah, so basically that's what happened during that session. And then we kind of just, like, for the past, 3 days of the week, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like, I was in profit very, very deep. I mean, we ended up going down to a negative, like, 2.5%. So, we had about 2.5% loss in the account. And then over the course of, like, 3 days, I ended up making that back, and I put myself pretty much 2%. Like, I don't know why the balance curve says 2%, but my overall gain is 1.93%. I don't know why it says that. But yeah, 2%. And then with the open trades right now, the balance is at almost, pretty much 4.5%, almost 5%, which is really good for 2 weeks of trading. I've made almost 5%. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see how much growth I make on the end of the month, because if I can make like a 10 to 15% growth period, that would be awesome, because that I would be able to, investors would be tearing my arms and legs off to get a piece of me to trade for them, which is kind of what I want, because I can become a money magnet. So, the periods, I should have done recorded the video yesterday. Today is Saturday, but yesterday was Friday, because everything would have been there. Now with my trades, I've taken 495 trades so far on this account. So I've taken 495 trades total on this account. Now, out of those 495 trades, I've had 230 trades be winners, so which represents a 46% win rate. Now, that is profitable. That's only a 6% edge over the market, and with a 1.5 risk-to-reward ratio, you only need to be profitable 40% of the time. And so, since I'm profitable 46% of the time, as you guys saw, we're in profit on the account, so I am profitable. That's a profitable win rate with my risk-to-reward ratio. It's not a lot, it's just 6%, but I'm still profitable, and a lot of people can't do that. Usually they end up losing money, and especially over a 2-week span, like, that's really, really good for me. Like, a losing week and then a big winning week that covers my losers and puts me in profit. I'm excited to see what next week brings me. On the account, we're up 1,350 pips. My average win is about 40 pips, which, the statistics are going to be skewed. Like, these statistics I don't pay attention to. The only ones I really pay attention to are my risk of ruin, my win percentage, and my profit factor. That's pretty much all I pay attention to. This is a new statistic I'm looking at too, is, so I've won, out of my buy positions, I've won 55%. That's really, really, really freaking good. Really good. Really, really good. For me, anyways. Like, for the way I trade, that's really good. The shorts, so which is selling, I've only won 31%, and I've taken 180 trades selling, so I have to let these run out more. Like, I have to get more data on my selling positions, but right now it's not really impressive because it's only 31%. Now, if we were to take that statistic at face value, that means I'm not profitable on my selling positions. When I sell the market, I'm not profitable overall. That's something I'm looking out for. I'm testing. I'm getting more data. Once I get 500 trades worth of selling, data, that's when I can make a decision if I want to only buy or if I want to only sell. I don't know yet, though. So we're going to go to our risk of ruin real quick. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. So right here, there is less than a 0.01% chance of me losing 10% of the account. That will take 189 consecutive losses to lose 10% of the account, and I have less than a 1% chance of losing 10% of my account, which that's what I want to see. I want to see less than a 1% chance of me being able to lose 10% of the account. That's only 10% of the account, guys. Like, that's really, really good. That's not a lot of money. That you can come back from that, and there's less than a 1% chance of me losing 10% of the account, which is really, really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like, literally, that's the statistics. Like, I'm really happy with the way this week went. Honestly, I just need to do the same thing next week. There's nothing there's nothing that I've changed this week. I'm not changing anything. I'm not adjusting my lot size. I'm going to keep everything the same. But I am in the process of creating a new strategy, which basically, like, I don't mean like in like a new strategy with like I look at the market differently. Like, no, that's not what I mean. Like, I'm talking about like my risk management strategy. Like, I have a new risk management strategy in mind that'll be better. This is what happens as evolving as a trader. Like, you get better over time. You find out new things. You understand the psychology of how your trading style works. You understand how your trading style works, and you understand how the market moves with it and how it performs and what to expect and all these type of things. And once it's just getting better and better, and you're learning more. And that was just a new idea, so I'm gonna be working on that for the next couple weeks. I don't know if I'm going to open another account and test that, because I'm pretty, I really like this strategy, just the way it works and the profits it brings me. On my personal accounts, I'm able to take more risk. Like, I usually, lose about 10% over 50 trades instead of losing 5% over 50 trades. So I can up my risk to about 0.5 to 0.7% of my account on each trade idea. So that, you basically, what I'm saying here is you need less money to make more money, in essence, which is really good. But yeah, that's pretty much the account breakdown. Now I'm gonna go to the charts real quick and kind of like show you guys what happened this week. So this is USD JPY right here. So I don't have any markups on the chart, but so basically all I was doing was I was buying this pair this week. And so you can see that this week on USD JPY was very bullish. Like, we performed very, very, very well. I'm still holding a bunch of trades over the weekend, just because you can see for the past 2 days, like, it consolidated here. But you see that pretty much throughout the week. Like, here's the 27th, so here's the start of this week. And you see that pretty much it just took off to the upside, and I caught this entire move. Like, pretty much every trade, like, there was a trade here, not there. Here, literally on every single 1 hour candle structure, I took a trade, and they all pretty much won. Like, I don't think I took one loss on USD JPY this week. This is a trade that I'm holding over the weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't get into this this trade right here, which kind of like spiked. I had a level up here. I don't use the 15-minute a part of my strategy. I just use it to look on the lower time frames to, look clearer at the structures and stuff. This is just for like visual effects and, for posting stuff on social media. I don't use the 15-minute in my strategy at all. It's just to be able to get a cleaner look at what's happening in the market, like how it's moving. But there was a level up here that, I didn't get into, unfortunately, because I was sleeping. Price hit that at 7 o'clock. That was out of my session anyways. But this is a trade that I'm holding over the weekend. It hasn't hit my take profit. I was back testing on USD CAD. And pretty much, like, these were just updates, like, for this trade right here. So, I'm going to trade off of this tiny level right here. I'm holding that over the weekend. But if price wants to pull back to this level up here, because we see that a 1 hour candle broke right here, we are bearish on this pair overall. I'm bearish on this pair because we can see that it broke supports, but it hasn't been breaking resistance. I'm not really going to go over that because it will take too long. But so this was a selling level for my strategy, everything. All my rules were met. All my confirmations were met. But the thing is, I wasn't looking at my charts at this time. So, it hung out here for a couple hours. So, like, from 7 to 10, I was sleeping at that time. And then I came and sat down at my charts around 3, and you can see that price never pulled back to this area. But we still haven't hit take profit 1 yet. We've only pushed down pretty close, like 28 pips. But, if price, I started seeing price on this candle pull back to this level, wanting to pull back, so I just put that little note for me there. This one I wasn't trading because this trend was switching, because I was bullish. I was bullish on this pair, but I usually wait for daily candle closes to tell me if, to get confirmation to where the trend is going to go. That's why I start trading after that new daily candle close, but, basically the trend switched for this, so it's going to be bearish next week. I don't know if it's going to be bearish, but that's, with my statistics, my rules, confirmation, strategy, statistics, all that, it's telling me that it's going to be bearish. And then these are some trades that I took, that I'm holding over the weekend. This trade right here, unfortunately, I got stopped out. You can see that I took the trade off of the level, and you see that literally we just got spiked out. I don't really care. I'm not, I'm not risking a whole lot. Like, I don't put stress on one trade. Like, I don't really give a fuck that this trade, hit stop. And then, yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Like, that's pretty much all that happened, for the week. Nothing nothing really that interesting, I guess. Like, that was kind of the results that I went over. Pretty boring stuff. But yeah, anyways, there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything you guys want me to go over. Some of you guys have been hitting me up personally, you know, and wanting me to do more videos instead of just uploading once a week. You guys want me to do more videos, but I'm trying to figure that out because, you know, if I do videos with trading, like, to be honest, I don't have to me anyways, I have a pretty boring lifestyle. Like, I literally just go to the gym. Like, pretty much my whole daily schedule every single day except for the weekends is like, I wake up, I sit down on my charts, and then since I do this full time, like, I have some other side stuff that I do on the weekends that I do personally, just to bring in income and stuff like that, and income with my trading, just so I can support my, you know, my bills and stuff. So I have stuff I do on the weekends, but with trading, I don't know what to upload more because I don't want to make it repetitive. If you guys are like, oh, you should do your charts, I do the same thing on my charts every single week, but my psychology is always different. So I'm thinking that maybe I can do like 2 videos a week, like one midweek on Wednesday, kind of giving a mid update of what's happening for the week, what I'm thinking for the week, what's been going through my head, anything new, and then do an end week, like, you know, kind of at the ending of the week, we can do like a weekly analysis of what happened for the week and my psychology and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking, because I feel like that would be some interesting YouTube content, and you guys have been asking me to do more. And I just want to say, guys, like, I really do thank you for all the support. Like, we've been hitting almost like 400, 500 views a video, and that's fucking insane to me. Like, I wasn't expecting that much. Like, when I came out onto YouTube, like, the first video I uploaded, fucking banger. It came out like a banger, dude. Like, almost 4,000 views on that now. Over 3,000, almost 4,000. I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for the support. I can see this channel doing very well, and I see it going very far, and kind of like bringing something new onto the scene. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, thank you guys all for the support. You guys have been awesome. I mean, a couple of you losers have been messaging me on Instagram and just being toxic as fucking haters. But, you know, I'm just gonna delete Instagram. I think it's just because, like, Instagram, like, I just cannot... I can't, it's so hard for me psychologically to keep stable, and seeing all these people flaunting, like, these MT4, like, numbers on the screen, making, like, $16,000 and driving Lambos and partying, and it's just, like, I can't concentrate with that stuff because it sets unrealistic expectations for me. Me personally, this is my own personal view, but, you know, it's setting unrealistic expectations for me, and, like, I'm thinking that stuff is right around the corner for me when it's really not. Like, maybe in the next, like, a year to 2 years, maybe even during this summer, I'll have my own place and fucking a really nice car. But at the current moment, I'm just, like, I'm not even making fucking, like, 6 figures yet. Like, I'm literally just making enough to not have to work. So, just, you know, I'm making enough to be able to support myself, pay my bills, pay my food, everything I need to do, and just to focus on, you know, this full time. Like I said, I have some other side projects that I do on the side to bring in more income. But yeah, that's pretty much the video, guys. I'm sorry I went on a long tangent. Please let me know down in the comments below what other content I should do. Let me know if you guys want to see more chart stuff, or if you want to see more psychological stuff and kind of like what I'm thinking when I'm trading and how I think and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be a pretty good idea. But yeah, that's been the video. Nothing really too interesting. No new topics this week. Just like, that was just a breakdown. I'm not doing anything new next week. I'm gonna do the same thing. And yeah, anyways, there's that. And I'll see you guys next week.